Hello everyone, welcome to the solutions for PubDet 2023. So from this question paper we will be taking a few questions and then solving them, and I'll show you all the steps of how these sums are worked out. Alright, I'll not be picking every sum, and some of the question numbers might not match the question paper that you have downloaded because there are different sets, right? Although the questions are same, but they might be arranged in different sets. So do not worry if you have a different questions paper set and the question numbers that I have shown here don't match. Alright, the sum will match, so make sure you are finding them in the question paper. So I'll be creating a few videos on this series where I'll be taking you through some of the selected questions that I pick up. I'll try to populate them from different chapters so that you have a revision from all of the entire things. Alright, now these questions are also stated in Bengali, so if needed I'll show you the explanations and I'll tell them to you in Bengali also. Alright, so this is how we will construct this series, and if you need any help for this course, the exam is coming in June, so you have a month to prepare for it. Now the exam is not too difficult, but you just have to keep yourself aware of all of the topics that you had studied previously and just the normal applications of class 11th and 12th. Okay, if you have been out of touch after your board exams, then now is the time to dust off your books and study the materials once again. You will recollect everything. Once you have understood it, it's not that difficult. Alright, and if you need any help in this course, do contact the numbers given in the description and comment section below. Alright, with that being said, let's start. The first question says, if log root 3 base 5 equal to a, log root 3 base 2 equal to b, then find log 3 base 300. Alright, so as you can see, this is completely based on the property of logarithms, and let us solve it that way. So log root 5 is okay. First let us factorize 300. Alright, log root 3 base 300. Alright, we have to get this down into 3's, 2's and 5's. So this will be log root 3 into 3 into 10 square. Alright, I hope you agree with this. So I can write log root 3 base 3 plus log root 3 10 square, right? And even 10 square I can bring that outside, right? So I'll have 2 here, and if I write log, well, 3 is just the square of root 3, right? So I can write 2 here. So 2 common, I'll have 1 plus log root 3 base 10. So I can write it as log 2 plus log root 3 base 5, right? Now quite easy. So I'll just replace the values and I'll get 2 into 1 plus a plus b. Option A. Alright, now this was not too difficult, right? You just had to factorize 300. Now here you might go in different directions. Alright, so some of you might write it as 5 into 60 and you can factorize 60 into 12 into 5, get 5 from there. Alright, so a little explanation in Bengali. এখানে দেখো আমাদের log 3 base root 3 base 300 টাকে factorize করতে হতো। 3 root 3 বেস করে 300 টাকে যখন আমরা ফ্যাক্টরাইজ করবো তখন ওটা 3 into 100 চলে আসবে। 100 টাকে 10 স্কোয়ার লিখবো। 10 স্কোয়ারের ফ্যাক্টরাইজেশন গুলো হচ্ছে 2 আর 5, যেগুলোর ভ্যালু আমাদের অলরেডি দেওয়া আছে। এটা আমি বুঝলাম কি করে যে 3 into 100 এ ভাঙতে হবে, বিকজ আমি root 3 বেস করে করছি। আর দেখো 3 এর ভ্যালুটা দেওয়া নেই। 3 এর ভ্যালুটা এই কারণে দেওয়া নেই বিকজ আমাকে ওটা root 3 টাকে দিয়ে কাটিয়ে ফেলতে হবে। ঠিক আছে, সেম লজিক তুমি যদি 300 টাকে 5 into 60 করো, 300 টাকে 75 into 4 করো, এনিথিং ওয়ার্কস। বাট আমি আগে চেষ্টা করবো যেহেতু লগারিদম করছি একটা পাওয়ারকে বের করার। Alright, so that is my thinking process. Whenever I am working with logarithms, I'll take a power out so that I can bring the power via the property, right? You know the property log a to the power n is n log a. Using that property I want to bring the power out, so that is why I break down 300 into 3 into 100, right? So 100 is 10 square and 3 is root 3 whole square. So I hope this is done. I left a lot of space for it while working, but yeah, this problem was quite easy. Next problem is on quadratic equations. Alright, so we have one problem on mathematics and the next problem is on quadratic equations. I'll try not to repeat chapters while I'm solving questions, but here it goes. So x minus a, x minus b plus x minus b into x minus c, x minus a into x minus a. This is a quadratic equation that is given. How do you know this is a quadratic equation? Well, you can see that the maximum power of x will be x square. Alright, so just multiply it and figure out the quadratic equation first. The quadratic equation here will be, you can see that I have x square from each of the different terms, and I'll be just ending up with 3x squared here, right? And then what will be the middle terms? It will be, from here I'll have minus a plus b, then I'll have minus b plus c, then I'll have minus of c plus a. So I can take minus 2 common and I'll have a plus b plus c inside, x, and then last term will be AB plus BC plus CA, right? This will be equal to 0. Now I have seen this formula before, that is why I could calculate it quite fast. If in the exam you feel that you are not able to calculate this mentally, no worries, you just do it in the rough section. Alright, once you figure out the multiplication for one of these, you will be able to figure out all of them, and then if you just think peacefully, you can staple them up together. Alright, which is what I have done. So this is the equation that we end up with after we expand these symmetrical products that are given to us. Now, what do we do when we have to find the nature of roots? Very common, you learned this in class 10. Find the discriminant. Alright, so what will be the discriminant? The discriminant is b square minus 4ac. So for here, I'll have discriminant equal to b square minus 4ac. Now remember, this b square, I'll not write it this way because you can confuse it with the abc that is given. Alright, so I'll write it in capital letters. That will make it much more accessible to all of you. So b square equal to 4ac. So I'll have 4 into a plus b plus c whole square minus 4 into ab plus bc plus ca. Alright, this is the discriminant. Now what if I solve this? So I'll take 4 common out of here, and I'll have a plus b plus c whole square minus 4 ab plus bc plus ca, right? Now what is this? This is basically b square minus 4. Oh, alright, I had a 3 here, right? That is why something felt like missing. So the 3 was there from a, right? B square minus 4 ac, and I've also made a mistake here because I've just written ac here, so it will be 4 ac, right? Now I can take 4 common, and I'll end up with a plus b plus c whole square minus 3 into ab plus bc plus ca, right? So let us solve this again, a bit of algebra. So this will be a square plus b square plus c square plus 2ab plus 2bc plus 2ca, and I'll have minus 3ab minus 3bc minus 3ca, right? Quite easy, just expanding the algebra. Now I have 4 into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca. I hope you recognize this. This is nothing but twice into a minus b whole square plus b minus c whole square plus c minus a whole square. How did I get this? I applied a few identities and I jumped a few steps. Alright, so I hope you can understand this. I'll tell it, make sure you work it out yourself. So one of the 2's I can take out from 4 and multiply it inside. That way I'll get 2a square plus 2b square plus 2c square minus 2ab minus 2bc minus 2ca. Alright, so 2a square and 2b square, and I have minus 2ab from there. So I am taking the a square minus 2ab plus b square, and then b square minus 2bc minus c square, and then c square minus 2ca plus a square. Alright, so that in that way I separate out all the squares and I have all the 2ab terms there. So this part, this is a sum of squares, so sum of squares is always positive. Alright, so what did we end up with? If for real abc, well, if abc are real, then the roots here are real and positive, right? Because a minus b whole square plus b minus c whole square plus c minus a whole square is always greater than 0. Positive numbers are always greater than 0. Alright, greater than or equals to 0. So I can say that the roots are real and positive, but there is no guarantee on the positive part, right? Because if a equal to b equal to c, then the roots are real, right? They won't be positive, right? Because this entire discriminant will be 0 and the roots will be real and equal. Here they are distinct, right? So since a plus b plus c could be anything, right? If a plus b plus c, here you have to understand something. If a plus b, a equal to b equal to c, this condition holds, then the roots are real and equal. Equal to which value is not known. let's say a equal to b equal to c equal to minus 5, right? Then even in that case, all of the roots are real and equal, but they are not positive. Alright, the discriminant is positive. I hope you can figure this out. Let me explain a bit in Bengali for those who are watching from the state. এখানে আমাদের ডিসক্রিমিনেন্টটা দেখো 2 ইন্টু এ মাইনাস বি হোল স্কোয়ার প্লাস বি মাইনাস সি হোল স্কোয়ার প্লাস সি মাইনাস এ হোল স্কোয়ার এসেছিল, ঠিক আছে? ডিসক্রিমিনেন্টটা অলওয়েজ পজিটিভ হবে। ডিসক্রিমিনেন্টটা অলওয়েজ পজিটিভ মানে রুটস আর গ্যারেন্টিড টু বি রিয়েল, ঠিক আছে? রুটটা রিয়েল হলেও এখানে ডিস্টিংক্ট হতে পারে, আবার ইকুয়ালও হতে পারে। ইকুয়ালের কেসটা কি হচ্ছে, এ ইকুয়াল টু বি ইকুয়াল টু সি, যেহেতু এখানে কিছু বলা নেই আলাদা করে এ বি সি এর ব্যাপারে, সেই জন্য আমাদের গ্যারান্টিটা কি আছে, গ্যারান্টিটা আছে যে রুটসগুলো রিয়েল হবে। পজিটিভ হবে না জিরো হবে এটা কিন্তু ডিপেন্ড করবে ম্যাগনিটিউড অফ এ বি সি এর উপর, সেটার কোনো কন্ডিশন এখানে দেওয়া নেই। alright, since nothing is said about the magnitudes of a b and c, the only guaranteed answer here will be that the roots are real. And why is it guaranteed? Because the discriminant is always greater than equals to 0. So even if the roots are equal, they will be real. Alright, negative positive we cannot decide because the values of a b and c will decide that. Alright, and imaginary, of course, it will never work because the discriminant is always positive. Alright, so I will end this video here. I have discussed 2 questions, and in the next video I'll discuss 2 more questions. Alright, I'll try to pick them up from different topics, and I'll try to get a sense of the whole syllabus with you. Okay, if you have any questions relating to the problems that I did, any doubts, any queries relating to a crash course or a revision course that you need for this syllabus, do contact the numbers given in the description and chat box below. Alright, bye for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.